Hello, guys. What's going on? I'm back for day two. so, I am back for day two. I know I told you yesterday that this week I'm going to be focusing in on helping you guys understand how to self package by staying on brand. How to stay on brand by self packaging. I kind of said that backwards. Sorry. so, today I want to focus in on why the wrong image will attract the wrong clientele. All right. And how, of course, if we're attracting the wrong clientele, that's not going to be beneficial for our business, for our bottom line, for our revenue, for our sales. And so it's not getting us anywhere if we're doing that. Right. So I want to zone in on why the wrong image attracts or could attract the wrong clientele and get you the wrong results. I want to share that through my personal experience. It's one of the reasons why I'm super passionate about what I do. Why I'm not just a stylist, but I'm an image consultant, and why I consult women on their image and their self packaging, helping them to self package. Why self packaging is so important to me, and the reason that self packaging is so important to me is because I had a bad experience with not doing it correctly. And I feel like we go through a lot of things in life so that we can learn the skills we need to learn, put it in our tool belt, carry it along with us until we need it, right? So I really understand that I went through some of the things I went through in life so that I would be able to be a better image consultant, be of better service to my audience and my clientele. So for me, I was a singer and songwriter in the music industry for many years. I kind of grew up in the music industry because my dad is a successful singer. He's sung and traveled the world singing in quartet groups my whole life. He's was with the Dixie Hummingbirds, the Grammy Award winning singer for like 12 years with the Dixie Hummingbirds, and he's been with many other groups. So I was in the music industry my whole life. And when I was 16, I got my first a record deal offer, and and that experience was really awesome. I was a really awesome writer, so my passion was to write and write for others and other artists, and I was successful at writing for other artists and earned a great deal of money and was able to, live my passion doing that. And when it was time for me to put out my own music as an artist, I failed big time. And I didn't know then that what the problem was. I didn't know then what I was doing wrong. I didn't know then what the big deal was and why everything wasn't working. And, I had this beautiful voice with these beautiful songs, and people were digging it and liking it, but it wasn't like really gelling. It wasn't really attracting the people that I thought I was supposed to be attracting. It wasn't really attracting the masses. It wasn't really blowing up the way that I knew it was supposed to be blowing up. So I didn't really get it. And it took me to go through that experience to kind of backtrack and be able to see what the mistake was. And now that is the exact thing that I help women to do correctly so that they don't fail. Jay-Z said in one of his songs, Hove did that so you wouldn't have to go through that. So I did that so that female entrepreneurs would not have to go through that, okay? It cost a lot of money to release music. I released my music independently, although I had been offered record deals when I was younger. At the time when I was ready to release my music, there was no deal that came along that gelled with me. And so me and my team released my music independently, which means we did it all out of pocket. And so to not have success means I lost a great deal of money. Great deal of money. I want to help you to not do that. I want to help you as a business owner, as a female entrepreneur, live your dream, live your passion, live your purpose and what you were designed to live, and do it successfully the first time, and do it successfully instead of having to put out tons and tons of money and fail at it and have to do it again and do it again and all that good stuff, right? So what happened? Why does the wrong image attract the wrong audience? And what am I really talking about with my experience? Well, my songs were message songs. I am a message writer. I write songs that are uplifting and inspiring and empowering. You know, I don't write woe is me songs. I don't write sexy sex pot songs. You know, I write empowering songs and message songs. And so I released a single called "Pull the Plug." You can Google it. It's there. It's on iTunes. It's on YouTube. It's all over. But you can Google it and you can see that I wrote a song called "Pull the Plug." And what happened with that song and the release of that single and all of the marketing and the promotion and the touring and all that good stuff that I needed to do with that is that it wasn't gelling with the audience that I thought I would gel with, and I was confused. But the problem was the image. Here I was with these message songs, with these passionate love songs, with these really deep life songs, talking about life experience and empowering people to do better, be better, don't settle for less. But then I was doing it in this. What was going on at the time in the music industry was all women were wearing these sexy clothes, you know, the sex kitten look. So I was packaged wrong, image wise. And it's not to say that the team I was working with wasn't amazing. So I know some of them is on this page, and I want you to know that I appreciate every single thing that you guys did, and you were amazing at everything you did. But the vision wasn't clear from me as the artist, from me and my team, because you have to self package. And we live in a world where not only artists have to self package, but so do entrepreneurs. You need to sell yourself. You have to sell yourself to the masses. You have to sell yourself to your audience in order to attract the right audience, okay? So here I am, this girl with these passionate songs, with these empowering songs, inspirational songs, and then I'm looking like a sex kitten. So my image was attracting one kind of person, but the music was attracting another kind of person, and the mixed message just left me with not a whole lot of following that really was going to stick around and understand me fully, understand my mission, my vision, my purpose, and what my message was, right? And there you go. That's the failure in a nutshell. It was confusion. It was sort of like all over the place. You know, was it an amazing song? Yes. Do I have an amazing voice? Yes. Am I an amazing writer? Yes. Am I a pretty girl? I'm pretty decent. But it wasn't making sense. You understand what I mean? The image wasn't lined up. It wasn't lined up with the purpose. It wasn't lined up with the message. So the connection wasn't being made with the masses. I wasn't giving my audience an opportunity to connect with me. So as entrepreneurs, female, male, whomever, to be honest, you have to self-package. You have to create an image, create a visual connection that will connect with the audience that's going to get your message. Yesterday, I put up a video that says, your purpose has a look. And I went into detail. And if you didn't see that video, you can find it on my timeline or in the video section here. But your purpose has a look, and you have to make sure that that look is speaking to your ideal client, to your following, to the audience that you have a message for. You can't be all over the place. You can't be at one hand, speaking to one type of audience, and then on one hand, your image is speaking to another audience, but your graphics is speaking to another audience, but your website is speaking to another audience. It's like it's going to be craziness. Okay, your image is very important. The visual connection is very important because we're visual beings. So you have to make sure that your image, the image you put forth, what people see every day when you go live, when you're on your Instagram with your pics and your graphics, when you do your branded photo shoots, when you do your live in-person events, speaking, signing books, whatever it is that you're going to be doing, live classes and webinars, you have to make sure the image is making sense. You have to make sure the image is going to be lining up with what you say your messaging is, what your purpose is, what your vision and mission is, the audience that you are trying to attract, your ideal client that you're going to be attracting. Because if not, you're going to be sending mixed messages and you're going to get nowhere. There are a lot of female entrepreneurs that I work with who are making a little bit of money in their business, but trying to figure out why they're stuck a little bit and not going to that next level. And 9 times out of 10, it's because everything's not gelling. It's time to self-package. Not a lot of people that are just starting out in business is ready to spend money, has the budget, or is ready to spend money on their image. They may not be ready to spend money on all of this self-packaging, but you need to do it as soon as you can because it is one whole big package, okay? Unless you're going to be the person who hides behind the scenes and is not seen at all, which I don't suggest because we don't really need to self-package, okay? So I hope I've done a good job at explaining to you guys why the wrong image can attract the wrong audience, because you really have to make sure everything is lining up. I needed an image that spoke to the songs I was going to be releasing, that spoke to my purpose, my belief, my message that I was putting out to the world. And my image wasn't doing that. It just didn't connect. It didn't gel for this woman to be on stage empowering you and singing songs that says you're good enough, you're great enough, you can do it. Pull the plug on the drama, pull the plug on the guys that's not good to you, pull the plug on the people who don't love you. But then I'm like in this sex kid in a little bathing suit. It didn't work. You know what I mean? Because my image, the visual connection, was not made with the words they were hearing. It was not made with the message. So be sure that the image that you're creating is professional, number one. Okay? I know we're all entrepreneurs. I know it's our own brand. I know that you are your own brand, but it doesn't mean that you should show up in a t-shirt and sweats on your Facebook Live. You know, if you were going to corporate, you would have something that you would have to wear some type of professional clothing. So just because you're an entrepreneur, I know we get to be a little more lackadaisy, and I love that. I love that. But it doesn't mean that you can be super duper unprofessional. And I also know that there's a lot of people who feel like, oh, it doesn't matter what I wear. I'm making money. That might work for some time, but it's not going to really take you to the next level. If you look at a lot of the gurus and a lot of the people that you look up to in business, they're self-packaged. Everything makes sense. Everything makes sense, no matter what that is. You know, I'm not saying that you have to have on 5-inch heels and a business suit every day, but the package makes sense with the message. And that's what I'm trying to get at. Otherwise, you will be attracting the wrong audience and you will not make the connection with the people that you want to serve, and you will not make the sales that you desire to make, and then lives won't be changed. So I want you to succeed. And this is the way that you begin to do that when dealing with your image, okay? So this week, I'm going to be bringing you information about how to stay on brand, how to self-package how to self-package yourself in a way that's going to help you to stay on brand. All right, so I'll be back tomorrow. And if you guys need me, you know where to find me. I do have products and services available to help you guys out in this area. You know that. I'm always putting up something new, a new service or something. But if you need, you can hop on a free consultation with me. But I'll be back tomorrow with more information about how you stay on brand and self-package yourself with your personal branded style. All right. I hope you guys have an amazing evening, and I'll talk to you soon.